This flight blew my mind.
This is incredible.
Right about there. Nice job.
Yeah.
Cessna let me fly their brand new Turbo 206 in the Rocky Mountains and land at some unforgettable places. We're flying from Colorado Springs into Aspen, but to get there, we'd have to battle high altitude, some wild turbulence, and wind shear at this airport stuck in the middle of huge mountains.
Doesn't get much better than this.
So join me and see what it's like to fly this incredible airplane.
Air 793 Charlie Echo, Springs Tower 134, correction 3504, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
17 right, clear for takeoff, 3 Charlie Echo. Push the throttle in, it'll take about 5 seconds all the way to full, and I'll set the mixture for you right at 34 gallons.
Okay, here we go. Brakes held.
All right, and that's 34, so whenever you're ready. We're looking for 56.
Yeehaw. Airspeed alive. 30. 40. 45. 50. 56.
Yep, you've got the electric trim there if you need it.
Love that.
We'll climb out at about 75 here.
Roger.
Great.
Man, doesn't get much better than this.
Nice, smooth morning with mountain views.
Holy smokes.
I was very impressed that despite having full fuel, 3 people, and heavy gear at altitude, we were still getting awesome climb performance.
And right now, I mean, you can see our climb rate's great. We've got 800 feet per minute. We're full fuel. We got 3 people. So you've got more to go if you wanted.
Yeah, we're going 100, 102 knots, 103. Heavy because we got full fuel, 3 people, a lot of heavy gear. And right now we're showing 950 feet a minute. There's 900, comfortably 850.
But if you wanted to go into max climb, I mean, you could easily get 1,000 feet at 8,700.
Yeah, I want to say we're at 8,700 feet. Golly.
That's Lindsay Olfig, a regional sales director at Textron Aviation, and I'm in the pilot seat. Later in this video, she's going to give a full tour of this airplane and point out its awesome features. One feature that was really helpful for this flight is the ability to sync your iPad to the panel to load in your flight plan with custom waypoints, like Lindsay showed us back on the ramp.
So one awesome feature about this 206 is the FlightStream 510. So essentially what you do is you connect your iPad or phone, whatever device you're using for flight or Garmin Pilot on, you connect it to the panel, and then from there you can send the flight plan that you built out directly to the panel. One way that I really like to use the FlightStream 510 is if you get some complicated routing instructions, maybe in busy airspace like in Houston, you can update the waypoint by typing it into ForeFlight versus going in and scrolling in each letter. So that's a pretty cool way to use it. Makes things easy and quick. And I'm just going to send my flight plan directly to the panel. So once it's sent, you can see here it says one pending flight plan. So we'll select enter and just double check that that's the route that I had planned, and it is. So we'll select activate. So there's our plan. We're gonna depart out of here to the north. We'll climb through this canyon here and get over the terrain and then drop right into Aspen. So kind of a fun flight for us today.
The flight plan was easy on paper, but I'll be honest, making that turn into the mountains was a little intimidating, but very exciting.
All right, into the mountains we go.
There's Pikes Peak.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But then this got my attention.
Traffic, 12 o'clock, same altitude, 3 miles.
Got him.
Got him.
That side.
Okay.
It's a flight of 2 up there. Turning,
Oh, I got him.
Turning
Yep.
away from us here. I mean, that got my attention, though.
Yeah, it's close.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So what we just heard was our traffic system. So it's an antenna that we have on the plane. It's an option, and it gives you audio call outs when they're within a certain radius. And so that's what you heard, exactly, traffic.
This airplane is full of really smart features, and this feature I'm about to show you could potentially save your life. So here we are demonstrating it in the 182, and it actually works the same exact way in the 206.
All right, let's demonstrate the ESP, the electronic stability protection. What that's going to do is, basically it's a safety pilot. It's a safety pilot in your right seat all the time. So as you can see here on the PFD, you've got these two double dash lines here. That is basically her saying that if you go beyond 45-degree bank, we're gonna nudge you back. That's uncommon. And you'll feel her nudge you back. If you continue to hold it there, she will engage autopilot and bring the wings level with a 0 rate of climb after 10 seconds.
That could save your life.
So yeah, so go ahead and give a nice, like, we're under 110 knots, which is our maneuvering speed. So give it a nice little left turn, 45-degree bank, and you'll feel her nudge you.
Okay, clear left.
Clear left.
All right. So all the way to 45?
All the way to 45 there.
Okay. There's
You
45.
feel her?
Oh, yep, coming
All
back
right,
in.
just keep holding it there.
Okay.
Keep holding it.
Just find it.
Keep holding it. You're
Okay.
good on altitude.
Okay.
Good on airspeed.
Engaging
Now drop the,
autopilot.
let go. Now you'll see that she's went into level mode. Now it just happened to be that you kept the altitude so good at 35 that she's at 35 now. But whatever altitude she would have been currently at, that's what she would have captured.
No kidding.
So,
Wow.
It's a super cool feature. It can save your life. I mean, you're probably going to be an autopilot in the clouds anyway, but in the event that you weren't and you got disoriented, it would be just a fantastic way to make sure that, you know, you don't get in a compromising situation.
In order to go straight over the mountains, we climbed up to 14,500 feet and threw on supplemental oxygen. And there's something that felt so good about just being able to throw on oxygen and go straight over the mountains and feeling like you have plenty of residual engine power in the process. That turbocharged engine is just awesome.
Yeah, so we're at 13.5 right now, still climbing at 850 feet a minute, like we were lower.
4711 Springs departure.
And we're on 95 versus 100 knot climb, but still, I mean, we're climbing incredibly well, even this high.
Once we got up to 14.5, we were getting about 158 knots of true airspeed and burning about 20 to 20.5 gallons per hour.
As you can see, I mean, our range map, we've got some pretty strong headwinds going to the west, so this is a dynamic range ring. But going to the east, I mean, you could make it up to northeast Nebraska. You could even make it to the most southern part of North Dakota today if you wanted to. So you've got quite a bit of range. I mean, you're probably going to want to stop to use the bathroom before the plane's going to want to stop.
By the book, this airplane has about 700 nautical miles of range and a maximum cruise speed of 161 knots. But the really impressive stat is its 1,441 pounds of useful load, because even with full fuel of 87 gallons, you can still carry over 900 pounds of payload, which means you can realistically take 4 people, full fuel, and all of their stuff. It's still reasonably fast though, and before I knew it, it was time to make a very bumpy descent into Aspen.
You know, it's one thing to have like mountain weather theory on a piece of paper. To be like, you know, it creates a rotor.
Right.
It's another to fly through it.
Be literally in it.
Yeah.
Can't quite see the airfield yet. Oh, there
I
it is.
see it.
Peeking
There's
around.
the airport. Man, we got a lot of altitude to lose.
Yeah. Aspen Tower Stationer 7903 Charlie Echo is on the Roaring Fork visual. We are red table inbound with Yankee.
3 Charlie Echo, wind 160 at 13, gust 18, runway 15, clear to land.
15, clear to land, 3 Charlie Echo. All right, so a little bit of gust. So we'll just keep that right at that 75 knots once we get a little closer in here.
Okay.
Keep that descent coming down. I'm just going to give us a little bit more of a descent here.
A nice feature of this airplane is that you can lower the first notch of flaps even at relatively high speeds, which makes it really easy to slow down. We were pretty high for mountain clearance, and so we had a lot of altitude to lose. And we were about to hear a call from ATC that would also really get my attention. See if you notice it.
Well, what do you think? You think we throw on some flaps?
Yeah, I think so. That'll be great. All right, so we're under 140, so we can go flaps 10, which is awesome about this plane. You can really get down quickly and put them in when you need them, really.
Let's do it.
All right, flaps coming in 10. Keep that.
Yeah, might even go prop pull forward. I feel like we got a lot of altitude to lose.
Yeah, 70. Yeah, let's do that. Props coming in.
Sorry, I'm not trying to do your job for you.
Oh, this is great. Team effort here. All right. So gonna need to come back even just a little bit more.
568, safe flight conditions and descent.
It kind of felt like the bottom dropped out those last 200 feet.
Anytime you hear low-level wind shear like this, it always gets your attention. So we'd have to be careful not to get slow on this approach in these squirrely winds.
Flaps 20.
All right, we're under 120, flaps coming in 20.
Man, this is a wild approach because you still have a lot of altitude to lose, but there's a mountain in the way.
Yeah, so we'll just kind of continue ahead, straight ahead, so
Okay.
that we can give ourselves some
Go around
extra.
it a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, Roger.
Yeah, and if you're comfortable, we can start cutting the corner now that we've got.
Okay. I'm ready for full flaps.
All right, here we go. We're probably gonna need to add a little bit of power because we've got
Okay.
nearly 40 degrees of flaps. But the nice thing is it'll help us get down and gets us at a nice slow speed, so you still have great control, but also you get into shorter fields and have good performance.
That last notch of flaps in the 206 is kind of crazy because it just adds so much drag. And you really do have to add power just to maintain your approach speed. So it's really nice to know that you can slow down in a hurry if you need to.
Yeah, that really threw out the anchor. Well, maybe I was earlier than I needed it then, but it's like this airplane, you can slow down really quick with that last notch of flaps.
Oh yeah.
My goodness. This is the coolest pave airport I've ever been into.
Yeah, it's pretty unreal, like just how starkly the mountains come up around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we'll just make sure we stay at that 75 because it sounds like they said that the last jet coming in felt a little bit of a drop. So
Roger.
just keep that. We're a little low, so just keep that power in and we'll be good. Yep, just keep that nose coming down. Nicely done. Right about there. Nice job.
Yeehaw!
That was great.
Oh my gosh, I'm sweating.
After we landed, we went and parked in front of those beautiful fall colors and got out so we could take a closer look at the 206. So here's Lindsay giving a tour inside and out and showing some features you might not have been aware of that make this airplane awesome.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Olfig, and I'm a Piston Sales Director and Demo Pilot for Textron Aviation. Today we're here with the Cessna Turbo 206, which is a great aircraft to bring your family to the mountains or even just be the gateway to your next mountain adventure. The Turbo 206 is equipped with a TIO 540 engine, putting out 310 horsepower. At altitude, you're going to see cruise speeds of around 161 knots. The 206 is equipped with a Macaulay 3-blade constant speed propeller. You also have electric boots for when you get into those colder temperatures. The engine cowl of the 206 is designed for maximum airflow, so you can see the big cowl and the big cowl flaps at the bottom to keep that air flowing over the engine at high angles of attack. If you decide to go with the air conditioning system option in your airplane, you will have this button outside of the plane. If it's plugged in or the power's on, you can actually turn on the air conditioning from the outside, pre-cooling your airplane before you ever even get in. This airplane is equipped with all LED lights. There's two great things about the LEDs. One, they run cooler, so you don't have to worry about limitations on running them. You can run them all the time. And the second great thing is that they last longer than traditional light bulbs. With nearly 40 degrees of flaps, you maintain your stable handling properties, as well as you have the opportunity to get into shorter strips and fly steeper approaches like we did here into Aspen today. When flying up in the mountains, having oxygen on board is a super helpful tool. In the 206, you have externally serviceable oxygen on board, so you don't even need to be at the plane when it's being serviced by a local FBO or a maintenance facility. Lots of folks, at least down in the South, like in Texas, like to take their 206 in and out of dirt strips or maybe their back grass strip that they have at their ranch. The Turbo 206 has an option to get the stabilizer abrasion boots, which can help protect against any rocks that might come up while on those unimproved surfaces. If you take the 206 into a grass strip, you'll really appreciate the steel spring landing gear. It helps smooth out any of those bumps that you're coming across and makes for a smoother ride. The 206 also has the option for oversized gear, as well as you can put it on floats and take it out to the water. We see a lot of 182 owners move up into the 206. The great news for them is that the 206 will fit into their hangar just as well as the 182. The 206 is actually a little bit shorter than the 182, even though the cabin is more spacious. And the wingspan is the exact same as the 182. Something that sets the 206 apart in the single engine space is these large cargo doors. You can load it up with 6 people, having 2 people in the back, 2 people in the middle row, and 2 people in the front. Or if you want, you can fold that back seat down, load your golf clubs up, and head off to your next golf trip. And you as the pilot can take the aft bench seat out for ample cargo space if you need it for that next adventure. One big reason a lot of folks decide to go with the 206 is because of the flexibility it offers. With an impressive roughly 1,441 pounds of useful load, you can take full fuel and go the distance. It's also super comfortable inside. Let's go check it out. If you're moving from a Cessna 172 or a 182 into the 206, you might be happy to find that the cabin's a couple inches wider, giving you a little bit of extra wiggle room while in the plane. You also have some modern updates with this new interior, such as cell phone pockets at the front of each seat, Limo-powered headset plugs at every seat, as well as USB-A and USB-C ports. We've added headset hooks to hold your headset when it's not in use. We've also updated the cup holder with an iPad spot on the side for easy access. And one other thing we updated was the panel. We changed it from gray to black for a sleeker look and feel. And my favorite feature, the added armrest. Gives you extra comfort in flight while you're in cruise or while you're on the ground waiting for your takeoff clearance. The Turbo 206 is equipped with the G1000 NXI as well as the GI 275 electronic standby. One great feature about the G1000 is the fully integrated GFC autopilot. It makes flying instrument a breeze, and also with the G1000 NXI and the GFC 700 autopilot, you can fly visual approaches coupled with the autopilot. With the G1000, you also have the option to get synthetic vision. Right here, we're sitting staring at a mountain, and as you can see on the primary flight display, that mountain can be seen on the screen. So it gives you great additional situational awareness. One great thing about the GI 275 electronic standby is that, one, you have a more modern system, and two, once you set your altimeter setting up top, it also is going to be reflected down on the GI 275. Additionally, it's going to be a very similar picture to what you're looking at on your primary flight display, in the case that you do have to revert to your standby. Moving over to our MFD, we have lots of great features, such as IFR, VFR charts, traffic map, weather map, and data link. One feature that we've been using a lot this trip is the relative terrain map. Although the topographical map can be quite helpful, we also have the option to go into relative terrain mode. This shows our position relative to the terrain, giving you great situational awareness.
This airplane totally blew me away, and I'm putting together a video sharing my honest review of it, and when that's ready, it will be on the screen. And in the meantime, there's another video that I think you'll enjoy, so I'll see you there.